Hi guys, we are continuing our Microsoft Fabric series. In the previous video, we have talked about creating a lake house that we have created with the name of lakehouse demo. I'm currently in my lakehouse demo, and this lakehouse generally has 5 to 6 connectors so that we can get our data from anywhere. So in this video, we are going to talk about the new dataflow Gen 2, and it is the most updated version of dataflow Gen 1. If you have heard about it, it is just a Power Query which is in service, in Power BI service. To start with, Dataflow Gen 2 is a Fabric development, and it is it is present in Fabric and is a development from original Power BI Dataflow Gen 1, and it is still Power Query Online that provides a self-service data integration tool. As previously, you can create reusable transformation logics and build the tables that multiple can take advantage of. So what is the difference between Dataflow Gen 1 and Gen 2? Gen 1 has a longer authoring flow, whereas Gen 2 has shorter authoring flow. And the autosave background publishing option is also there in Dataflow Gen 2. Okay, and it has improved monitoring and refresh history, and it can integrate with data pipelines. That is very important part that we have seen in Dataflow Gen 2, and it can have a high scale compute power, and we can get data via Dataflow connectors that we can also get in Dataflow Gen 1 also. So let's just create our new Dataflow by clicking on the new Dataflow Gen 2. It will start creating a data flow for me, in which we are going to select what data source that we want. Let's wait for a second. Yeah, you can see that it is like traditional Power Query editor that we have used in Power BI Desktop. We can get data from anywhere like SQL, CSV files, or we can use the existing data flows as well. So now I'm importing the data from my Excel. So let's just do that. So I have uploaded this data into my Fabric. Next, we are going to click on next, and these are the data sets that I have. I have customer, geography, items, and sales data set. It is basically the sales data set. We can see that there is a data type over here that is present. Okay, let's create it. You will see the same interface of our Power Query editor over here. You can see the applied steps at the right side. You can see the queries on the left sides or the data we have. Okay, you can see all of the transform tab, add column tab, view tab, or any any kind of things that we want. Okay, so let's just see what we can do from this. Firstly, let's just check data type of these columns. Customer ID is right, age is right, everything seems fine to me. Okay, perfect. Next, and these are the data sets that I have. I have customer, geography, items, and sales data set. It is basically the sales data set. We can see that there is a data type over here that is present. Okay, let's create it. Let's add a custom column which will calculate the revenue of our data. The revenue will be quantity into our price. Let's change the data type, that is set as decimal number. Now, after doing the necessary transformation, we are going to load this data in our lakehouse. You can see the diagram view of your data over here. You can get the data view as well as the schema view. In the schema view, you will get all of the data type and the name of your column. Okay. Now let's publish it into our lakehouse. After creating this data set, we need to just refresh it once more time so that our data will get loaded in our lakehouse. After refreshing this data set, our data should be visible in our lakehouse. Let's see it. After creating this data set, we need to just refresh it once more time. So you can see all of the tables has been loaded in my table section in my lakehouse. You can see our triangular and tabular icon over here. It is a delta packet format, which is standard format of Microsoft Fabric. Okay, you can switch on to the SQL endpoint so that we can query our data on the basis of with the help of SQL queries. Like I'm writing select star from my customer table. Okay, that's that's my customer table. Now to create a relationship between these tables, we have the model view over here. You can directly create a relationship. It is just like a model view in Power BI desktop. We can create a relationship between the tables with the help of one to many, many to one, or any kind of relationship. We have the tables executed, session history, and this is the backend table that the Fabric has. Now let's create a relationship between our customer table, sales table, geography, and item. You can see all of the tables has been loaded in my table section in my lakehouse. You can see our triangular and tabular icon over here. It is a delta packet format, which is standard format of Microsoft Fabric. Let's create customer ID to customer ID. We have many to one relationship. City ID to city ID, and item ID, I guess, or brand or category ID. Let's see what we have. City ID, customer ID, category, brand ID, item ID we have. So these are the relationship that we can create in our data set. So that's it for today's video. If you find this helpful, stay connected so that we can learn and grow together. Thanks everyone.